Hey guys, and welcome back to Superdrug TV. We are celebrating Pride Month today, and over the next few weeks with some amazing guests. Tom Reed-Wilson is going to be talking to us about the amazing work of Marie Curie, Superdrug's very own Wayne Russell about how important it is to work for an inclusive employer. Plus, the gorgeous Thembi is back, and we're going to be trying out a brand new Rimmel mascara. Very exciting. I am so excited to be chatting to our first guest on this week's episode. It is everyone's favourite receptionist from Celebs Go Dating. It is the gorgeous Tom Reed-Wilson.
Oh, well, right back at you, Daisy.
Oh my goodness,
And
I
I'm
am
just
so happy to be talking to you.
Oh, well, I feel the same way, and I'm potty
Good.
about your eyeshadow.
Thank you so much.
And I'm potty about your set. So many fronds
Welcome.
everywhere. I love to finger a frond.
Welcome. I love to finger a frond as well. I mean, yeah,
well,
welcome.
thank you for the multiplicity of them. It's beautiful.
Tom, I first want to start by saying I'm obsessed with your Instagram, and I know you do something called the Word of the Day. So please give us our own Word of the Day on this week's episode of Superdrug TV.
I think because Superdrug have been so munificent to Marie Curie, and it's such a beloved partnership, it's got to be munificent, which is a lovely synonym for generous. It comes from the Latin munus, meaning gift. So it's gift-giving, really, munificent. Nice. But also, your name is one of my favourite etymologies.
Is
Daisy.
it?
Because,
what does it mean? Tell me about my name, Tom.
It's the day's eye, the daisy.
Oh, I've heard of this before.
Because it opens to reveal its eye to daylight, and then it closes again to protect its eye in the evening. So it's rather a romantic etymology, isn't it?
Thank you. That's made me feel so special. But today's one is munificent.
Munificent.
Lovely.
Yes.
Use that today.
Yes.
You guys that are watching at home. Well, Tom, as you already suggested, you are here to talk about something that's really, really close to your heart, Marie Curie, and their involvement with Superdrug as well. So chat us through their work and how important it is.
Well, it's a dazzling partnership, and as everybody knows, you know, the NHS is currently pretty threadbare. So the bolstering of Marie Curie's work is most extraordinary, and that in turn is bolstered by Superdrug.
And Tom, how much has been raised so far?
In partnership over the last 8 years, it's been a staggering £6.2 million.
That's amazing.
They hope to raise another 1.5 million over the next 2 years. And also, specifically during the pandemic, Superdrug have raised £500,000. So, I mean, you can imagine what kind of, in real terms, in practical terms, what kind of huge bolstering that supplies.
Yeah. How can Superdrug customers get involved in supporting this charity as well?
There are certain ranges in Superdrug that a percentage of the cost goes to Marie Curie directly. So you may have been extremely munificent without even having known it.
Yeah.
And that's the joy of it. So, I mean, the biggest part of it, in a way, is electing to shop in Superdrug for your cosmetics, because then you might be doing that by accident as well as by design.
Yeah, and you can pick yourself up a little pin as well.
You
Tom
certainly
we're
can by the
modelling
till.
these very
Indeed,
well, aren't we?
you can, yes.
You can pick yourself up a pin
yes,
too, which
yes.
is amazing. We need to talk about Pride, because we're celebrating Pride all month on Superdrug TV. Talk me through some of your favourite Pride memories, Tom.
Oh, well, I think my favourite Pride of all was actually the last Pride, when I marched with Marie Curie. But, of course, it's a very special juncture because we're fast approaching our 50th birthday. And one of my dear, dear friends, Peter Tatchell, was on that very first march. And, I mean, think how staggeringly brave that was in 1972. Decriminalisation of homosexuality only happened in 1967.
Yeah.
So that first march was 5 years after that, and the whole world seemed to have changed. But it was a tiny thing, that first march, and it augmented slowly but surely. And the big augmentation was actually in 1988, when people were shouting vociferously against Thatcher's Section 28, which wasn't repealed in 2003.
We're celebrating all month long, Tom, and I know you will be
I'm thrilled that
as
you
well.
are. I think it's a marvellous thing that you guys are doing.
As I mentioned in your intro, you are all of our favourite. You are the most beloved receptionist on Celebs Go Dating. So talk to us about Celebs Go Dating. What is going on with it? When are we expecting the next season?
It will come back, that's for sure. Yeah. But how and when and with whom is something of a mystery, one I'm itching to find out about.
Are there any behind-the-scenes secrets?
Sadly, it ended up on the cutting room floor, but I wrote a poem
Did
for
you?
Tom Zanetti.
I see.
And actually, the beautiful lyrical poem that he wrote for Sophie was sort of a domino effect of us writing about, talking about that poem and then him being inspired to write, not least because his middle name is Byron.
Oh, okay.
And so he quotes Byron interminably, as do I.
I was going to say, was it a bit of plagiarism, but you're using the word inspiration?
Yes, inspiration.
Yours got
very
yours hit the
definitely
cutting room
inspiration.
floor.
Yeah.
Fine,
No
fine.
copying, I promise.
Tom, thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of Superdrug TV. You are just the best.
It's been my undiluted pleasure.
Oh my gosh, you are welcome back anytime.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the Daisy Dares desk. I am joined by my incredible makeup artist. Yes, she is back. It is Thembi.
Hi. We're talking Rimmel today.
Oh, love it. Do you know what? Rimmel is one of my favourite brands. Rimmel is like the go-to
Yeah,
brand
it's
for me.
one of the old school ones, isn't it? You just think about the London look, don't you?
Get
When
that
you think
London
about
look.
Rimmel, that's it. Right, so I'm going to go straight into it. Let's talk about the foundation first. So this is the Rimmel Last and Finish foundation. Have you heard about this one?
I have. I feel like I've somewhat used this. I've probably changed the formula. I feel like this has been around for a while.
Yeah,
but
definitely it
they're
has
switching
been.
it
But
on.
the formula of this one, it is 25-hour wear, which in this heat is exactly what we want. We want something that's just going to last all day.
Yes.
We're not going to have to be reapplying it. It's really, really nice and lightweight on the skin. We were just talking about we don't like anything too heavy. We don't like anything that's like going to feel like cakey and clogging on the skin. So this is absolutely perfect. Have a little feel of it.
Right.
And this has got hyaluronic acid in it, which is really, really hydrating and plumping for the skin. So it's perfect. It feels so smooth, doesn't it?
Goes on so nicely, really, really nicely. And it doesn't leave you with that greasy finish
No,
that foundations
not at
can
all.
sometimes leave you with.
Yeah, it's humidity resistant, sweat resistant.
Nice. And
really
SPF
long
as well,
wear.
SPF 20 in that.
SPF of 20.
Lovely.
And another thing that I really like is the shade range. Let's go into lip gloss. I try it on. This is the plumping gloss.
Ooh, so this gives us a little plump on the lips as
it's
well.
going to make your lips look really nice and shiny.
Nice.
Again, really nice and hydrated. And the ingredients in there, you can kind of feel them working.
That smells divine.
It does. What is
That
it?
is so lovely. I don't know what that is, but that sounds gorgeous.
It's cinnamon. It's got cinnamon on it.
Cinnamon, yeah, you're right.
Oil in it, yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful. What colour is this? I think mine's in peach pie, this colour.
Mine's in mauve mama.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Love it.
I like that a lot.
Okay, lovely. Right, next, eyeliner. So you've got a liner look on today, what we've gone for.
We love a liner.
So I'm actually going to show you how to use this one. So this one, again, it's one of the felt tip ones.
Oh, I like these because they give you more control.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
Nice and easy, on the go. You don't have to worry about mess everywhere.
Yeah.
This is waterproof, transfer proof, smudge proof. Like, it's
got it all.
It's a no-brainer.
It's got it all.
So I'm just going to put a little bit on here.
Or you can really create a really thin line.
Yeah, and it's nice and black as well. Do you know what I hate about eyeliners? When they're not black enough.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, you can see how that's just gliding on so easily. I like to just do a tiny little cat wing at the end of the eye, you know, just to lift my eye up. Finally, last but not least, we're going to talk about a new mascara.
I love the packaging of this.
Yeah, it's so nice, isn't it?
So cool. I always go for the packaging.
Yeah,
and Rimmel
really
do really great
eye-catching.
packaging with mascaras as well.
So this is the new Rimmel Wonder'Extension Mascara.
What I love about this is the first thing I check when I pull out any mascara is the
brush.
wand on it.
Oh,
But this one
yeah.
it's not too thin, but it's just thick enough, and then it sort of tapers off on the end so you can really get in to those little lashes in your inner corner.
It's designed with an hourglass shape, they call it. And if you look at the bristles, can you see how they're actually designed to really work their way into the lash so that they really separate out the lashes and really hug it so you get a nice full coating of the product. It's got the full stretch technology. And if you have a look, you know, when you take it out of the mascara, can you see that little bit of stretch that you get?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, so what it does, it adds some of that product on beyond the tip of your lashes, so it really extends them. So you get that nice lash extension look.
Amazing. That is what we love. And you're actually going to do a little demonstration on me now,
try it
aren't
on
you?
you now so that we can see the before and after and you can really see the effect of it working.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, right, we're going to go straight in with the mascara now. So as we were saying, we're going to use this gorgeous wand. So look down for me. Now the great thing about this wand, as you can see, it really, really grabs every single lash. It's separating them out so we're not getting the clumps, and you can see how it's really extending them to give that semi-permanent lash look. And I'm just going to start off with one coat. Just look down this way for me, please. And just make sure that I'm catching every single lash. And you can kind of fan them in the way, you know, in the direction that you want them to sit. And look down that way for me, please. And I'm going to do... Look at that.
How many coats would you put on of this one?
We're only going to do 2 coats.
Okay.
Because of the formula, we don't want to weigh the lashes down too much. The whole point is length.
Of course.
And it's not clump, you know, it's not about volume. Now just look straight ahead. Look at that.
Yeah.
So bottom lash mascara. Are you like me and do you get it all over your face?
I know you don't do this face because you're a professional, but I'm like a...
No, I'm exactly one of those people. I'm exactly one of those people. I think you just have to look up and just try and be soft-handed. It's the only tip I can say, really. Look at the difference that we're getting there already just from one coat. That looks absolutely amazing. But what I'm going to do, now that we've let it dry a tiny bit, I'm going to put my second coat on. So just look down for me.
So should you wait for your mascara to dry in between coats then?
Yeah, let it dry a tiny bit. So what I tend to do is put the first coat on and then do something else with my looks. Maybe put my lip on or, you know, put my blusher on or whatever I want to do. And then go back and put a second coat on just to finish off. And this is just going to really help with building that lash length.
Yeah.
I can see it now when I'm putting it on the lashes. I can kind of see how those bits of mascara are grabbing onto the tip of the lash.
Yeah.
To give that extension.
Nice. Impressed with this product.
Yeah, I really am.
Really impressed. Yeah. Thembi, thank you so much. Amazing. Right, we are taking a quick ad break while we hear a message from our sponsors.
Stand up. Stand tall. New Rimmel Wonder'Extension Mascara with full stretch formula for an instant lash extension effect. Smudge proof, clump free, new Wonder'Extension Mascara from Rimmel. Live the London look.
Now, to continue with our Pride Month celebration, I'm chatting to Superdrug's very own Wayne Russell. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Wayne, we're very happy to have you on this week's episode. Tell us about your day-to-day, your role at Superdrug.
So I look after customer services. So if any of our customers have any issues, they come through to our team who chat to them via web chat or email or social media, and they look to help them.
How long have you been working for Superdrug?
Just over 6 years.
Wow.
I know, it's flown by.
And Wayne, I know you're doing some really super important work at Superdrug as well. You're really involved in the LGBTQ+ network at Superdrug, aren't you? Tell us a little bit about how this started and what this is all about.
I became inspired at some point about 2 years ago to try and get involved, and I wanted to make sure that the right decisions were being made, that it was a network that supported our colleagues as well as our customers all year round, and not just during Pride month, and that we were steering it in the right direction.
Yeah, that's incredible. Can you talk about any of the events or any of the exciting things that you've got coming up?
This year has been really great. We're working very closely with Unilever, and we've got a whole host of events coming up throughout June. And the great thing about the events that we're putting together, they're not just about celebration. The thing that we're trying to do is also raise awareness as well. We have some panel events where we're bringing in experts. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about is how brands can support the LGBTQ community all year round and not just during Pride season. And also how to be a good ally, because one of the great things that being part of the network has taught me is that there's so many people that actually want to support us and want to know how to do that better.
As we know, education is key, so all of that work that you're doing is incredible. And I know you're involved in some really important conversations as well surrounding gender identity and surrounding pronouns at Superdrug as well. Why is it important that we still continue those conversations and raising awareness in those areas too?
At the moment, we're trying to do some work where we raise awareness within Superdrug that will not only help our colleagues but will also help our customers, so that they can understand why a person may choose to use they them pronouns instead of he him or she her, and about the choices that everybody has in terms of being able to support that as well. There's a lot of, I guess, ignorance out there. There's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of opinion, and not all of it is fair or right. And so we need to raise awareness of issues that affect them, that are important to them, and that can influence how we do things differently in the future.
I've even seen when shopping in store and when shopping online, even in Superdrug, there are certain products that the packaging is completely gender neutral, which is just those little things that are just going to make a massive, massive difference, and everyone should be doing it. So it's nice that Superdrug are at the forefront. Wayne, what advice would you give to someone that may be watching right now that has found themselves in a workplace that maybe isn't as inclusive?
I've been in positions like that myself where I haven't felt comfortable to come out at work. Talk to your friends, find other people who may be in the same position as you are, but you might find a colleague that's going through the same thing. Join together, join forces, empower yourself by getting together and doing something about it, and start a network yourself. It can be done really easily, and you've got every right to as well.
Wayne, can you tell us a little bit more about the network and how people can join?
Absolutely, anybody can join. So we have a kind of like a social media work version that we have a collab on there. It's called the LGBTQ+ network, and they don't have to be a member of the LGBTQ+ community. They can be anyone from store. Anybody at all can actually join and be an ally and support when they need to. And it's great because not only are they getting involved with everything that we do, but they're also helping to educate themselves if they need to as well. We've got educational resources there as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're educating people within Superdrug that are working for Superdrug in store, of course, that's going to make a better customer experience.
Yeah, absolutely, always.
Which is what it's all about. And of course, you working within the Superdrug brand, you must get, I guess, a little exclusives on certain products. You must get to see all of the ranges that Superdrug brings out. What are some favourite things that you use every single day?
Ever since actually working at Superdrug, I switched to the Optimum brand.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan.
We'll keep our eye out for that for sure. Wayne, thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode, and keep up the good work. We are loving what you're doing so much, and it is so incredible and so important. So thank you.
Thanks so much.
And that is all that we've got time for today. Join us next week. We'll still be celebrating Pride. See you soon.